안녕하세요. Welcome back to Korean Saturday School. Today is week 7, May 22nd, and this is the New York 초대 한국 문화학교. For those of you that are new, welcome. Those of you that have been watching, welcome back. 환영합니다. My name is Sarang Kim, or 김사랑 선생님, and I am in charge of the 진달래반. Okay, so today, as always, we're going to do the next lesson in our blue book, our 한글학교 한국어 level 2 book. And today's lesson is on page 66 through 75. And the title is 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷. Okay, so everybody open to page 66. It should look something like this. Okay, this is lesson 7 in the book. If you don't have the book, the link to the PDF will be in the description below. So you can click that and follow along. Okay? So let's see. The cover page says 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷. All right. Now on the bottom, it gives you the numbers from 1 through 10. So let's read. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. Okay. Now these are the numbers from 1 through 10. If you guys can you take out a piece of paper or a notebook and just write this down at least 3 times so that you memorize it? Okay, so keep practicing saying 하나, just 1, 둘, 2, 셋, 3, 넷, 4, 다섯, 5, 여섯, 6, 일곱, 7, 여덟, 8, 아홉, 9, and 열, 10. Okay, so copy this down, memorize it, and the next page. Now, there are different ways to say numbers in Korean. As we saw before on the previous page, there's 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, and there's also this form of saying numbers, which we say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, I'll go over the difference later, but basically, both are ways to count number, but we would use them in different scenarios or different situations, okay? So also copy this at least 3 times. This method is a little bit easier just because all of the numbers are shorter. So once again, 1 is 1, 2 is 2, 3 is 3, 4 is 4, 5 is 5, 6 is 6, 7 is 7, 8 is 8, 9 is 9, and 10 is 10. Okay? So it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, we usually use this form of numbers when we're saying, when we're like counting, but in a sense of like number 1. So let's say you're online and you're the first person online. You would be, in English, we would say you're number 1. Okay, so you would be 1번 or 2번, 3번. 번 is number, so 1번, first number, 2번, 3번, 4번, 5번, 6번, 7번, 8번, 9번, and 10번. Also, you use this form of number when we say the date. So let's say, for instance, today is May 22nd. So what we would do is we would say 오늘은, and then we would say May, which is 5. So 5월, 월 means month. So 5월, and then 22nd is 22일. I know we only have 1 through 10 here, but the same format for this number for 20 would be 20. Basically, 20 is just 2 plus 10. We have 2 10s, so 10 plus 10 is 20, so 20. Okay, 22. 22일. 5월 22일. Okay? So copy this, make sure you memorize this. For now, we're only learning 1 through 10. Okay, these are the basic numbers that we need to know. Okay, now let's go to the next page. Now, a lot of these lesson pages are repetitive, but we'll still go over all of them. So let's see. It says 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. And it helps you by showing the number and showing the Korean spelling and also in fingers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so yeah, just make sure you copied it 3 times. And let's move on. So today's lesson is going to be very, very short because it's just going over numbers 1 through 10 in both ways. Okay? So let's do some practice. So it says 연습해요. 연결해 보세요. Okay, so we see the number written in number on the left side and on the right side, it's in Korean. Okay? So let's see. Number 1 says 6. So let's see. 6 can either be 여섯 or it can be 육. So in this case, all of the words here are short, so it's the other counting method. So the shorter counting method. So let's see. It would be 육. So that says 2, 3, 7, 9, 1, 4, 6. 6 is on the bottom, so we connect that. Okay, and number 2. 2 is 1, 2. Should be E, which is right here, the first one. Number 3 is 7. 7 would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now let's see. 7 is a 3 and then 7 here. So we should be straight across. And then 4 would be 1, 2, 3, 4. So that would be 4, which is 9, 1, 4 right here. Number 3 would be 1, 2, 3. 3 is right here, the second one. I'm just going to connect that. And then 1, the first one, number 1 would be right here. Last but not least, 9 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, which is the last one remaining. Okay, so make sure you pointed these lines to the correct answer. If not, make sure to correct yourself. And let's move on. Today's lesson is super, super easy. Now, this time we're going to do some writing practice. Okay, so it says 써보세요. Number 1, we're going to write the quantity of fingers that are pointed up. So we see 1. So 1 would be 1 or 하나. But since there's 2 boxes, it's going to be 하나. Okay, so we're going to write 하나, 하나. And then number 2, we're going to write, oh, it's actually going in order. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we're going to do 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯. Okay, I want you guys to try writing this on your own before I show it up on the screen. So it would be 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯. Okay, pause the video to do it, but then since I can't wait till everyone's done, I'm just gonna show the answer. So we already got 하나, which is 1, and then 2 would be 둘, 둘, and then 3 would be 셋, and then 4 sounds very similar, but it's a nian instead of 시옷, so 넷, and then 5 would be 다섯, 다섯. Okay. Make sure you guys write everything properly with no mistakes. Okay, now we're gonna go on to the next page. And it says 이야기해요. 숫자를 찾으세요. Okay, so if we were in person in class, we would play a mini game of like finding the numbers. But since we're not, we're just gonna read every single number that's on this tree. Okay. So let's, I don't know where I should start, but I guess we'll start from the top. So from the top, it says O. Now, O is the number 5. And then right below that, 7 is 7, 1 is 1, 8 is 8, 3 is 3, and then let's go this way. 2 is 2, 9 is 9, 7 is 7. Now, 7 and 7 are the same. Let's see. 둘 is 2. Now, 둘 and 2 are the same. Now, 10 is 10. And then 아홉 is 9. 아홉 and 9 are the same. 여섯 is 6. 여섯 is the same as 6. That's also 6. And then 넷 is the same thing as 4, which is right here. Okay, and then 열 also means 10 is the same as 10. And then 하나 is the same as 일. They both mean 1. And then 여덟 is 8, which is the same thing as 8, which also means 8. And then 다섯 is the same thing as 오, which is right here, the first one. And then 여섯, did we do that? Do it again. 여섯 is 6, which is 6. Last but not least, 셋 is 3, which also means 3. That's right here. Okay, so if you can, try to correlate these numbers using different colored pencils. You could shade in, for instance, 오 and 다섯. You could shade it in the same color and do the same for all the other numbers, but with different colors, just so you can indicate the difference, okay? Yeah, today's lesson is actually going to be really short. I know I said that already, but okay, make sure to have fun with this, make it colorful, make it whatever you would like. Just make sure that you correlate the same numbers together, okay? And then let's go to the next page. Now the next page is our listening portion of this lesson. We have this every single lesson where I read something and you guys listen and circle the right answer. Okay, so it says 잘 듣고 맞는 것을 고르세요. Okay, listen carefully and choose the correct answer. Okay, so number 1. I'm gonna say the number in Korean and you guys are gonna circle which one it is. Okay, so if there's 2 fingers, that's number 2. 3 fingers, number 3. 4 fingers, number 4. Okay, so first one, where it says 가, first one would be 둘. Second one, 다섯. Third one, 일곱. Fourth one, 셋. Last one, 여덟. Okay, I'm just gonna repeat everything one more time because that was super duper quick. But the first one was 둘. Second one was 다섯. Third one was 일곱. Fourth one was 셋. And then the last one was 여덟. Okay, now once again, when I go over the answers, if you guys have this folder, there's a sticker chart, the 칭찬나무. So for each question you get right, give yourself a sticker. I don't know if there will be enough space on this anymore because of the past lessons that we did. But I guess you could put stickers on the back or around the tree if you ran out of space, okay? Okay, so the first one, the answer was 둘. So then 둘 means 2. So it would be 하나, 둘. So it would be this one. Okay, and then the second one was 다섯. So 다섯 is 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯. It's 5. So it should look like this. Third one was 일곱. So 일곱 is 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱. It should look something like this. But in this case, I think they did this. So that would be 7, which would be this one. And then the fourth one was 셋. Should look something like 하나, 둘, 셋, which is 3. Okay, last one was 여덟. Yep. 여덟 is 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟. Should look like this, but in this case, they did this. But it still means number 8. Okay, so for each question you got right, give yourself a sticker. If you got all of them right, congratulations. You guys did amazing. Okay, let's move on. Okay, so this is like the fun activity for this lesson. We're going to connect, but we're going to connect in the right order. So it's separated from top to bottom, and the top one is the numbers we use, as I said, for like saying dates. And then the second one, this number form we use when we usually like count. So like, how many apples are there? You would say 5개, which means 5. Or like 8개, or 9개. Okay, we use this when we count. We also the bottom form is the kind of like the universal counting method. We also use it to indicate age. Okay, so if you're 5 years old, you would say 5살. Now, 살 indicates age. Or if you're 10, you would say 10살. Okay? So now let's go over. So it says 같이 해요. 순서대로 연결해 보세요. Now it says connect it in the correct order. Okay? So I know they connected 일 and 10, but that just indicates the end. So it should go around and then it should go from 10 to 일. So from the end, because 10 is the last one. So 10 to 일. Okay? So that's the end. They already did the end for you, so we're going to start it. So it says 일. Now after 일 would be 이, which is right here. So connect that. After 이 would be 3. 일, 2, 3. And then 4. And then 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Now we created a star. Okay, so let's do the bottom one now. So it says they connected 열 and 하나. So once again, 10 and 1. So that's the last one. Okay, so let's see. So it goes from 하나, 둘, and then 셋, to 넷, and then 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, and 열. So we created a star up here and a cross down here. Okay? So it should look something like this. You guys can go creative with it, add some color. I did it in black and blue, but you guys can do a lot more. You can shade it in, do whatever you want. Okay, so we're almost done, guys. Let's go to the next page, second to last page. Now we're going to do some writing exercise. So it says 써보세요. Now we're going to continue it. There's only 4 blank spaces, so not that much. So the first train says 1, and then 2, and the next would be 3, and then 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so you guys are going to write all of these down. Try writing it before I show you the answers, because just to get some more practice and to test yourself. Okay, so it would be 1, 2, and then I said 3, 4, 5, and then 6, and then 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, so if you did it without seeing it and you got it all right, excellent job. It should look something like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I just want you guys to practice saying this over and over again. Try when you count, don't use English, use Korean. Okay. Now we're going to do the same exercise for the other method of counting on the next page, page 75. This is the last page. So it says 써보세요. Okay. So there's 하나, and then it would be 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, and 열. Now, once again, try writing this without me showing you guys the answers yet, just to get that extra practice. Okay. So it would be 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, and 열. Okay, make sure you guys wrote everything correctly with no mistakes. Okay, today's lesson was super simple, and we are already done. This is the end. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys all next week. Make sure to practice saying your numbers at home. Try to count more in Korean. Try to say the month and the day or the time in Korean if you can. Just make sure to practice this in your everyday life. Okay? Thank you guys, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.